Wow, 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 ladies and gentlemen. What a process it's been to be able to get this fight finally signed, finally done. A fight for the WBA lightweight title that used to belong to Gervonta Tank Davis, who was placed 2 times this year as champion in recess, ladies and gentlemen, which we're about to get into right now. We finally got a signed deal when it comes to the WBA vacant lightweight championship of the world between Lucas Bahdi, coming from Canada, signed to MVP, ladies and gentlemen. Lucas Bahdi with a record of 20-0, 15 wins coming by way of knockout, standing at 32 years old. Going up against Floyd Kid Austin Schofield, 19 wins, 13 wins coming by way of knockout, sitting at 23 years old, ladies and gentlemen. Signed with Golden Boy Promotions. They've come to a deal. They're fighting in Chicago. This fight is taking place on October 10th. My goodness, this is going to be an absolutely banger of a fight, a real test for both fighters, and an honest opinion, a real test for Kid Austin specifically. I think this is going to be a fight that really proves and shows just how good the kid is. I understand he knocked out Tevin Farmer in 1 round, but we didn't see much in that fight, ladies and gentlemen. This fight against Lucas Bahdi is going to be very, very important. That the man has a great performance, or at least just wins the fight. The amount of talking that Kid Austin and his father have been doing across the boxing world, they've got to be able to back it up against Lucas Bahdi. But my goodness, ladies and gentlemen, what a process it's been to be able to get and make this fight happen. Don't forget, bro, don't forget how much fighting Kid Austin and his father were doing. I was keeping up to date with all the breaking news when it came to these men, all the way since the Tevin Farmer win. It was in January, ladies and gentlemen. If y'all don't remember, Gervonta Tank Davis was placed as champion in recess. It was a fight between Lucas Bahdi and Floyd Kid Austin Schofield that was ordered by the WBA to fight for the vacant WBA lightweight title. But don't forget, the WBA ended up turning around on that. There was talks that Gervonta Tank Davis had spoken to the WBA. Politics in the sport of boxing were causing problems. They ended up changing Floyd Schofield Jr. versus Lucas Bahdi's title fight to a non-title fight. Y'all remember Kid Austin and his father were going around every social media platform. I specifically remember, shout out to Punch Drunk Boxing. Great interview where they broke it all down. Kid Austin's father, Floyd Schofield Sr., went on Twitter and absolutely ripped the WBA. He was like, the WBA's corrupt, Gervonta Tank Davis is corrupt, all these guys are working together, they just allow Gervonta Tank Davis to do whatever the hell they want. Y'all remember Floyd Schofield Sr. and Jr. were pissed off about this. They're like, and now Lucas Bahdi wants to have a couple more weeks to be able to train? My goodness, ladies and gentlemen, they fought, until the fight was actually ordered May 22nd, May 23rd, right? Given a 30-day period to be able to come to an agreement, make a deal before the purse bid started. It was what, June 22nd, the purse bid ended. Things were taking a little bit longer than expected. Kid Austin and his father were getting pissed off. What the hell's going on? And then it's announced Gervonta Tank Davis is being placed as champion in recess again. Kid Austin and Lucas Bahdi end up getting that fight ordered again by the WBA. And now we're here, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all remember every morning, Floyd Schofield Sr. was posting those videos on his social media account. Every day, something different. An AI video of Gervonta looking like an old man. An AI video of Gervonta at the bar. Floyd Kid Austin walking up to him. Hey, bruh, there was a lot of talking going down. Even within this process, you had the whole evidence pop up with Floyd Schofield Sr. and Jr. involving with Shakur Stevenson. Ladies and gentlemen, it has been a long period for Kid Austin and his father. A lot of attention put on them. A lot of call-outs put on them. Now that they've got the fight, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to back it up. It's time to now become the WBA lightweight champion, which could possibly lead to even bigger, better fights. Now, does Kid Austin beat Lucas Bahdi? I believe he has the better skills. I do. I think he's going to be faster. I think he's going to have the higher ring IQ. But he's very young in his career. Things about Kid Austin: he can box from the outside. He can switch stances. He can come out standing orthodox, but then completely switch southpaw, which I think is going to matter a lot in this fight, being that Lucas Bahdi has only fought one southpaw in his career. Ladies and gentlemen, keep that in mind. Because he's so young, mentally, the dude gets into wars. We've seen it against Rene Tejas just 2 fights ago. But the same goes for Lucas Bahdi just 2 fights ago against Ryan Razaka. Ladies and gentlemen, both of these men 2 fights ago were in wars. Rene Tejas was bringing it to Kid Austin. Kid Austin was bringing it back. It looked like he started to slow down in the last couple rounds. Same thing for Lucas Bahdi, except Lucas Bahdi was having some great success against Ryan Razaka. Ryan Razaka was landing big punches on Lucas Bahdi. Ladies and gentlemen, the thing about Lucas is he's a great counter puncher, and he has a great right hand. I know Kid Austin isn't afraid to throw blow for blow. He's strong for the weight class. He's young. He's going to want to stand there in the pocket and throw hooks after he throws a couple jabs. And as it gets to the later rounds, the man is going to not rely on so much of his skills, but more on his athleticism, his speed, his chin, and his inside the pocket game. He, I feel like, is going to have to be very careful against a Lucas Bahdi who has absolutely great counter skills and a great right hand. Good left hook, but a beautiful right hand. If him and Floyd Kid Austin Schofield meet in the middle of the ring and trade right hands, boom! I've seen Kid Austin be hurt before like that. I've seen the man get clipped like that before. It was Rene Tejas that was having to meet Kid Austin in the middle and apply that type of forward pressure style, trading in between the shots to be able to counter the quicker Kid Austin. And in this fight, Lucas Bahdi, I think he's going to be looking for those counter shots. As Kid Austin is going to try to be more on his feet, the more movative, the more reflexive, the more athletic fighter. I think Lucas Bahdi is going to have to pick his shots beautifully in this fight, and I think he can. This is going to be a good fight, bro. As of right now, I've got Kid Austin winning, but do not get me wrong. There is a possibility that Lucas Bahdi goes in there like how he did against H2O, Ashton Silva, a fight that he was losing every round in. Every round. And then landing that, boom, beautiful power combination. You just seen him drop Roger Gutierrez in his last fight. Yes, they didn't finish the man, but he's got that one-punch knockout power. If Kid Austin isn't careful, ladies and gentlemen, this might become very dangerous for him. I love this fight. October 10th, get ready. It's going to be an action-packed fight. Kid Austin has a lot on his plate. The amount of shit talking that they've been doing. They said they would be able to knock out Shakur Stevenson. They said they would finish Gervonta in less than 6 rounds. There's a lot of pressure on them now, and it's time to deliver. Deliver just like how you guys did against Tevin Farmer. If you could do that against Lucas Bahdi, my goodness, do we got a new world champion and a huge player in the game in Floyd Kid Austin Schofield. Let me know what you guys think, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely breaking news. I'm out.